Now we're gonna talk about employee applet, all right? So you can find the employee applet inside your main, all right? So when you click it, so this is will be the listing, all right, the UI. Expand, and then on the left side you will see employee category, organization, and check file import. So all the left one you can hide it if you don't need it. Okay, so employee here actually for you to add the user. Okay, user, or maybe you can say like a salesman. Okay, salesman to your transaction. And then this one is employee category. So if let's say you are having category like you differentiate between the sales user and then the purchase user, or maybe driver user, so you can do so on the category. Okay, so first thing you need to add the category, or you click plus here and then you just put the category code, category name, and description. So if you are having a three tier, so you can choose, all right, on the category, the parent category. If not, you can just leave it blank. So it's between this one would be A to A, category A to category A, something like that. So 1 to 1 is a matrix category. Okay, so after you add the category, all right, but this category is not mandatory. Okay, not mandatory. So if you don't use it, don't create on the employee category, but instead you straight away go to the employee tab over here. So when you click on the employee tab, the first UI is gonna be your user list, sales agent listing, salesman listing, where you can see the row, how many row that you want to display. All right, and then there's an advanced filter where you can change a search by a modified date range, and then also the status whether it's active or inactive. Okay, and the keyword, and we have a toggle here where you can just now it's a 2, right? If let's say it's a 2, when I click plus to create the new employee, it will be two box over here. But if let's say I choose one toggle, so when I click plus, it's gonna give me one UI, one screen. Okay, so when I click plus, you just need to key in your employee name, employee code, all right, and then type would be employee. Okay, and then the currency, the type here just change on their employee status to be inactive. Okay, and then the branch here actually is mandatory, but this branch is just the default branch. Okay, default branch, but this salesman can be seen by any branches actually. So it's just that you need to tag with the one of default branch over here. Okay, maybe I just show. Okay, this is the one that okay, this is a sample. Every time after you create, when you click back, you're gonna see a lot of tab. All right, a lot of tab, where this tab also you can hide if you don't use it. So I have a employee name, employee code, okay, the entity type over here. Okay. Why the entity type here I have 3 instead of 1, which is the employee. So this, it means that Grace here, Gracia 3, actually is my employee and also is my supplier and my customer. So at the back end, right, at the back end, we're gonna have 3 name, okay, separate name, which is under customer, supplier, and employee. But at the back, it will be to is under same entity number. Okay, it links somehow. Okay, and then you can put the ID number, all this thing. Okay, anything that you want to put, can you put it here? E-invoice. So if let's say it's a e-invoice, the employee is a they need e-invoice. Contact, if you, this is the contact person, okay, the contact number, so you can add on the address if let's say you want to add on remarks for the employee remarks, the category, this is the category. Okay, so by default it will blank. Okay, so if you want to link with the employee, so you just can click plus and then tick. This category, it will be the one that you create here just now in the beginning. Okay, I can add, all right, so it's here. and then we have a login. All right, so this login means, all right, every time this email, okay, this email log into the account.com, and then they are creating any sales invoice, post, or maybe purchase order, the salesman or the sales agent, it will be auto grace this employee. Okay, payment config tax. This one you can ignore. All right. So and then we have a branch linking or the company linking. Branch linking here is different from the branch that I show you in the main just now. Okay, where's the my branch? Okay, this branch is just only for the default. Okay, but if let's say you want to link in a way that only certain branch that allow to choose customer grace tree, this specific salesman, so you need to link here. So you need to click branch linking and then tick. You can tick like this salesman can be used under which branches. Okay, and then same thing with the category, the company linking. All right, and then spending limit. All right, this spending limit, it will be used at the POS. All right, at the POS. So example, you allow the employee to buy 10 quantity or maybe 10,000 ringgit. So you name it, you put it here, you click it on enable, and then you put it quota 10 quantity or 10,000. Okay, so you're gonna have a company, because if you have multiple company and then the employee, specific employee only can buy for certain employee, so this is where you link it. Okay, so the post later on, after it configured, so it will read on the spending limit. Okay, so I go back again to the main listing. So in the main listing, if you don't need to see all of the document, the column here, you can always go to the column and then you just untick whatever that you don't want to see. Okay, so you just put like that. Okay, so the last part here actually will be the application, where the application setting here just now, like I mentioned, that you can hide whatever field or whatever column that you don't want to see. Example, you find out that you don't need any gender, you don't need any country, you don't need any reference one to. We have a lot of columns, so it depends on what is the one that you want the user to fill up. Okay, hit and then login hidden, payment config. If you don't need, then you just put it there. Don't do anything. The tab hidden, just now everything will be there, right? Include the spending limit, everything. So if you don't need, so you just hide it. Okay, because you don't need it anyway, so you just hide. Okay, and then file import if you want to hidden. Okay, so example, this grace, right? This grace actually is I put the category is a sales. All right, so when I go to the sales invoice, I can always go to here on the application setting, on the salesman here. So if you want the transaction, example, trade sales transaction only can be seen by, or the salesman only sales salesman. Okay, so you just take it like that. So after you do that, all right, then you only can see the salesman category based on this part. So it will list down the whole employee or the whole salesman, the one that have category equal to sales. But if you want to not doing that for each sales transaction or an applet, so you just can and take it. So it will show all. Okay, employee usually will be done on the first step during implementation, where our PM gonna ask you how you differentiate, how you categorize your user. Okay, your user, because from here the user also, from the user we need to do it to do for the permission as well, so it will be together. Okay, so yeah, so that's basically for the employee maintenance or the salesman. All right, thank you.